Hey there, it's Kat, and this is Brews and Reviews. So, this video is late. Of course it is. Admittedly, I didn't have any time to film before the 1st of March, which is ideally when I would have liked to have had this video up, but, you know, we make do. So, without further ado, I am going to be taking part in the Irish Readathon. So the Irish Readathon runs throughout all of March, and the hosts are Aoife from Fred Weasley Died Laughing, Leanne from Leanne Rose, and Elaine from Elaine Howlin. I'll leave their links down below in case you want to get any more information on this readathon. There aren't that many challenges, and as it goes through the whole month of March, you can definitely still join in if you want to. Okay, so I'm going to read the challenges off my phone because I've got the memory of a goldfish, and then I'm just going to tell you about the books that I plan to read throughout this readathon. Challenge number 1, read a book with green on the cover. Okay, so for this one, I have chosen the Norton Anthology of English Literature, which doesn't sound like it should have Irish literature in it, but there's a whole section on Oscar Wilde, who was Irish, so I'm, going with that. This section includes just various poems by Oscar Wilde. It also has The Importance of Being Earnest, but I have already read that, so I'm probably just going to read like the poetry and the little essays of his that are included in here because I just kind of want to. He was an interesting guy. Just realised I forgot to point out the green. There's some green over here. And sort of down here. I know it's not actually that much green, but given that I only have like 4 physical books for this TBR, and they're all like blue or black, I'm not having much luck with the green, so that's gonna have to do. Challenge number 2, read a book from a female Irish author. Okay, so for this one I actually have 2 books, both from the same author. Both I just had on my shelf, and they've been on my shelf for ages, from back when I used to work in a bookshop, like 5 years ago now. And yeah, about time I read them. So the author in question is Alex Barkley. The first one I'm going to read is Blood Loss, and the second one I'm going to read is Time of Death. They are both sort of crime thrillery, detective-y type ones, and I'm into that right now. I am on a roll with this sort of book, and I want to continue reading them regularly. So it's kind of like a perfect mix of female Irish author and murder books. So yay! Challenge number 3, read a book from the host's favourite Irish writer. So there were 3 different writers to pick from, and okay, this is where I kind of cheated a little bit. So, I was trying to read books that I either own already or have on my shelf or could get like for free or cheaply, as you'll see by my later pick for one of these. So I picked The Bane Chronicles, technically by Cassandra Clare, but also by Sarah Rees-Brennan and Maureen Johnson. But Sarah Rees-Brennan is Aoife from Fred Weasley Died Laughing's favourite author, so technically this counts? Technically? A bit? These are actually short stories, and so some of them will be written by Sarah Rees-Brennan, and yeah, this is the only one I had of them currently, so I'm cheating, but please let me have it. Please. Also, for anyone that doesn't know, this is short stories as part of the Mortal Instruments series, focusing on Magnus Bane, who is the best character in that entire series, and the only reason that I really wanted to keep reading. Challenge number 4 is to read a book that isn't a novel. So, I'm gonna cross this with 2 of the books that I have already shown you, so either The Bane Chronicles, which is a series of short stories, or the anthology that I have, which is poetry and essays. So yeah, either one of those counts. Bit of fun. Number 5 is to read a book that is older than you, and I've chosen Gulliver's Travels by Jonathan Swift. Because I've never read Gulliver's Travels, and it seems like one of those classics that everyone probably should have read, or at least we all know about it, and how many of us have actually read it, I don't know. So I want to pick that one up because the only thing I've actually read by Jonathan Swift is A Modest Proposal, which is a very short satirical piece where he tries to convince society that it would be good to eat babies in a time of famine. It was great. So, if you can take that from not a dodgy way, it's well worth checking out, and I'm interested to see how Gulliver's Travels is written. And yeah, it's also another classic, and I've been trying to sort of incorporate a classic every now and again, so that works for that. So I did actually buy a book for this readathon, and you know, just because I wanted to fit in another book. And that is because I had recently heard about a book called Skin Deep by Liz Nugent, actually from Aoife's channel, and it sounded great. With a bunch of trash people, and I love reading books about trash people, so I wanted to check that one out, and it was actually really cheap on Amazon. I did buy a used copy, and I'm not ashamed of that. I just wanted to continue my female Irish writer-ness that was going on, so yeah. So those are the books that I have planned to read for the Irish Readathon. Obviously I will add more to this if I can, if I run out of books. Obviously there will no doubt be more books with green on, and you know what, I'm just really looking forward to this. I like having a direction with my months at the moment. It's really helping me out, and I haven't read that much Irish literature, so like it's the country right next door to my own country. I feel like I should have read more, so I'm going there. So if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!